What's up, WWE Supercard fans? Mega Belmont back once again with another WWE Supercard video. Couple things to talk about today. First of all, just got my first Wrestlemania King of the Ring Finals appearance. That means we have a Wrestlemania reward waiting just to be picked off there. But before I get into that, discuss a couple of things. First, this week's Ring Domination, Team Ring Domination just finished up. Our team obviously pretty easily completed AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Super easy event. We even tried to kind of go for Cesaro at the end, but I think only one of us really needed the card, so there was kind of a little bit of a lack of motivation. Show you the shard breakdown. Brian K with a huge turnout in this event, pulling 31 shards. And then a three-way tie between Rickster, myself, and Henry with 14 shards. And as you can see, pretty much everybody contributed right across the board, right down to 9 and 4 shards. Great thing about this event is if, one or even two people are just kind of busy and can't really compete, it's not really going to affect or make much of a difference, because you could probably finish this event easily with even just 5 people. I mean, we got 132 shards, and again, most of us barely spent any time on the game at all. So that is that. Team Ring Domination is finished up. I believe Team RTG should be the next event coming up on Monday. But with that all said, let's get into the King of the Ring reward Wrestlemania card. I am absolutely stoked. Not sure what to expect. It seems that people really haven't been getting very good picks, either by pity poll or from winning King of the Ring. The last person on my team I heard that got one finished with a Titus O'Neil. So I myself am not expecting much better. But hey, I mean, if it could be something that could pair with Braun Strowman or Goldust or Heath Slater to make a pro, that would be great. It would do a lot of good for me early on in these King of the Rings. Of course, I can obviously dream about getting, Shawn Michaels or Becky Lynch, or, even AJ Styles would be absolutely phenomenal. So, so let's hope it's something, either a pro or something a little bit better than Braun Strowman. Let's get right into claiming the reward. So it's one random Wrestlemania card, and we are going to pull a Nia Jax. No interesting pull. A Diva, first of all. Again, a weaker card in the tier, but a Diva card nonetheless, so certainly not going to complain with that pull. Solid pull. It's always nice to get a Diva. That gives me 2 Divas now in the Wrestlemania tier, which is good. It's a nice jump to have early on. I just really need to start proing them for me to get any kind of a real advantage early on. So again, we'll take a look at the Nia Jax card. I believe she is the worst Diva of the tier, but still, like I said, I don't know if they've changed necessarily the rates so that it's more difficult to get the higher tier cards, or it could just be simply bad luck. But, if it was going to be a bad card, hey, it might as well be a Diva, because if I could get that pro'd early on, either Nia Jax or Becky Lynch, that would be pretty great. She does pair with Brie Bella, which I am pretty excited about, so if I could get the pro for Nia Jax, that would be pretty great. And I believe that Nia Jax is a power toughness, yes, so that would also go very well pairing with Brie Bella. So definitely looking forward to that. So that is the King of the Ring Wrestlemania pull. Hopefully be joining an event later on today. So coming up next, we have the PCC starting this Thursday. And of course, as you can see in the corner of this video, it is Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This is a great PCC. As much as I love Kevin Owens, and I think a lot of us do love and appreciate Kevin Owens and what he does right now for the company, Sami Zayn, I think it'll be pretty much near impossible for him not to win this event. I think he's the guy that pretty much everybody is going to be going for. Of course, as everybody knows, his cards are limited in this game. I'm not sure whether or not he has a card in the Wrestlemania tier. I don't believe so. Could be wrong. So I think based on that reason alone, it'll definitely be Sami Zayn that most people go for. It's definitely in the card that I will be going for. The only thing I guess that I would say is a little bit unfortunate is that it's another speed right arrow. I'm not sure if it's toughness speed or speed and charisma. But Sami Zayn, I think, will win this event. But it will be good to have a right arrow to go with, Taker and The Rock from the previous events, which are cards that I both have. Kevin Owens, though, is a down arrow, so that could actually play a little bit into his favor, because that means that he would pair with Andre the Giant. But of course, Kevin Owens is also a power toughness, so even though they would pair, it does kind of suck that you would have to have two power toughness guys that are actually doing the pairing together. Who knows how many points it's going to take to get into this PCC and get the card. I mean, obviously it should be easier than the Flash event. The Flash event absolutely blew away and exceeded my expectations for what kind of points you would need to get the event pro. It exceeded even that of the Diva event, which surprised me. And I say that in terms if you were to prorate the amount of points taken and the number of overall wins and games played. If you were to prorate that to a full event, it would have actually exceeded what it took to get the Diva event card. So just pretty crazy for that. I'm expecting, given that this is the first PCC and given that it's Kevin Owens and given that it's Sami Zayn, both are fan favorites. It's really difficult to say. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to want Sami Zayn just because he doesn't have any cards. So I think he's going to be a very sought after card. But also Kevin Owens as well, because he is a down arrow. So that's actually going to be a little bit more of a difficult decision than I initially thought. So we'll have to see. Perhaps depending on what the undercards are, particularly obviously the WrestleMania card for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, that could be a big determining factor as to what will be going on there. So, take an exhibition match. What do we get there? No, I do not want to share this to Facebook. Game paused. Okay, we're just going to ignore that happened. Rare Naomi. Not what I am looking for. Getting close to the 17,000 win mark. And we're going to swap out. Been doing a lot of grinding of late. Of course, finished grinding Andre the Giant. But over the recent couple of events, I had to do my Undertaker, which I just finished up. I had to do both of his cards from scratch to level them up and then do the pro. And then, of course, on Wrestlemania, I just finished leveling up my Roman Reigns. You can see how I tokened him. He's got all of his match requirements. Who else? So I was working on Roman Reigns, was working on the Undertaker Survivor card. Currently working on grinding through AJ Styles and Braun Strowman. I've only just recently today kind of started picking away on them, so only a little bit of a dent into AJ Styles, and even smaller dent into Braun Strowman, and now of course I will have to do Nia Jax. This one will be a little bit easier. It's the first diva in a while that I've gotten that I've had to level up that was a right arrow, which means I can at least put her in with Brie-Bella and they will tag, so that should be a little bit easier in terms of helping me win matches when she's teaming with Brie-Bella. So with all that said, that will wrap up today's episode. In case you did not notice it, there is a super token in this video. It only appears for a split second, so if you saw something along the video that looked a little bit funny, a little bit of a weird cut, that's because a Seth Rollins super token popped up. So if you're lucky enough to be the first person to pause on the frame for that, you can claim that super token card. What do we got here? A bulletin: the servers will be taken down for maintenance at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that's something like 4 p.m. Eastern time, maybe 6, I don't know. This may last several hours. Follow WWE Supercard on Twitter. Yes, we know we all follow WWE Supercard on Twitter, of course. So again, that will wrap up this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Video coming up in a couple days. Hopefully another King of the Ring poll. Give you an update once I get into PCC. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to me on YouTube, and of course subscribe to me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.